Welcome back. This morning, sources close to the case of missing journalist Jamal Khashoggi now tell CNN Turkish authorities have audio and video evidence that he was murdered inside of the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Let's go to our diplomatic editor, Nick Robertson. He's outside the consulate this morning. And Nick, you have been reporting on this from the beginning. U.S. intelligence seems to be getting much closer to having a conclusion here.
Yeah, and so do some of the other Western intelligence agencies that we understand from our source. Turkish officials have shared this evidence with. The evidence, we're told by this source, who was briefed by one of those Western intelligence officials who has heard this material, said that it was a brutal type of attack on Khashoggi. It was very violent, and it ended with his death. Indeed, the source says that the intelligence agent was shocked by by this evidence that was presented by the Turkish officials, in a way that it surprised even him, this intelligence agent, because obviously in their job, their line of work, they're exposed to a lot of violence, and this just seemed to be at an exceptional level. So this is now the main thrust, it seems, of how Turkey is trying to win support from its allies, from the United States, from France, from Germany, from the UK, by explaining and putting this evidence in front of them so they can understand the brutality of what they've been alleging that Saudi officials did inside the consulate here. Poppy?
And then the question becomes, okay, if that's the case, if this is a conclusion of U.S. intelligence, what will the president do about it? What will the repercussions be? What will Congress do about it? Nick, before you go, a big development breaking news out of Turkey this morning just happened in the last hour. The American pastor Andrew Brunson, who has been held there since 2016, has been freed. This has been a major sticking point between Turkey and the United States. What happened?
Huge sticking point. Well, Pastor Brunson and his wife, we're told, sat in the courtroom. They looked fairly calm as the judge delivered his verdict, a jail sentence of 3 years and 1 month. But because of the way the judge said that Pastor Brunson had deported himself during all this difficult, trying legal process, because of time served already in jail, because of time served under house detention, he was now allowing him to go home, free to leave the court, free to leave his house where he's been under house arrest for many months, and free to leave the country. He has had his security bracelet removed from his ankle. Quite when he may travel back to the United States isn't clear, but this is absolutely something his family, his supporters, his community have been so desperate to hear for so long, Poppy.
Exactly. And we heard the president just a few minutes ago tweeting about it. Prayers for the family, trying to get them home safe. Nick, thank you for all the reporting from Istanbul. Jim.